do these live broadcasts, I get a message, "You're live." And if I start talking right away when I'm live, the first two or three sentences I say don't appear on the video. So I think it's lying to me. Uh, somebody, uh, what's the colloquial expression? I think the hammerheads at YouTube headquarters are having a little fun with me. Um, but F them in the A. It's like, who knows? I mean, I wouldn't want to be a tech oligarch with the fiery shitstorm that's coming down the pipeline at all of us. I wouldn't want to be any kind of an oligarch because, well, like my old friend Hunter Thompson used to say, today's pig is tomorrow's bacon. And today's reptilian overlord is tomorrow's cowboy boot. So, with that, it looks like the fiery shitstorm I was talking about has ignited. And it's ignited in Mexico, which is exactly where Victoria and I expected it to start. That's what our card said like 2 years ago. Jesus, more. We're going on 3 years since we started doing these readings. Um, Good Lord. Uh, I just get younger and prettier every day, right? um, yeah, anyway, that was a joke, by the way. Um, I yeah, we love Mexico. We seriously, like 2 years ago, considered buying a house in Mexico. And then we studied it. We did a bunch of tarot readings on it, and we didn't see it as a safe place because possibly some of the best people on earth live in Mexico, although the people in Guatemala can certainly give them a run for their money. Um, I'd, I'd, I'd say it's a wash between the two. Uh, but they've also got the cartels. And I had a little weird experience with a cartel, uh, possibly the son of the guy that got whacked, Ch- Chumpo or whatever his name is. He was quite a nice guy. I won't even go into that because it got a little weird. Um, but hey, thanks for the like and thanks for watching. Anyway, these this is really messed up. What's happening? Mexico is so messed up. Mexico hasn't had a functioning government probably ever. I mean, I would never call what they've had a functioning government. I've done a lot of research just lately since all this started about um, Pancho Villa and all that, and Woodrow Wilson. Uh, the U.S. last time the U.S. went and had a little bit of a what do you call it, a scuffle with the Mexicans, and this is a little bit different this time. This is very different this time. Um, so I mean, Mexican government from the president down to the freaking local constables and the freaking Mexican Coast Guard. Let's just say that I'm not getting within 30 or 40 nautical miles of Mexico, maybe 50 nautical miles of Mexico when I head back to Florida, just because I'm more concerned about getting robbed by the Mexican Coast Guard than I am by getting robbed by pirates. And I'm going around Nicaragua, so I mean, I'm taking piracy very seriously. I'm going to be running without AIS and in the dark. I mean, we're it's piracy is no joke. It's a very real thing. It's not goddamn some charming what's his name? Hunter Thompson's buddy, short guy. He played Hunter in Johnny Depp. I mean, it's not. it's not Johnny, some charming Johnny Depp that's coming around. It's you know what it is? It's fishermen that see an opportunity to make a little. They can make as much money killing you and robbing your boat, and then they can fishing for a year. So it's serious business. So we're going way out of our way to stay away from the Nicaraguan coast. I mean, we're sailing like literally hundreds of nautical miles out of our way to avoid that. And I'm also doing the same thing to avoid the Mexican Coast Guard. So I don't think Yucatan and Quintana Roo and that area, the Mayan Riviera is going to be that bad. But I think the shitstorms in the west is by Puerto Vallarta and Acapulco and I love Oaxaca. I think Oaxaca is possibly my favorite place on earth. But I wouldn't live there because I've watched, in the time I've been going to Oaxaca, I've watched it descend from a safe, beautiful, like artist community along the coast to a seedy little cartel operation. People I've known have killed, like their kids have been killed because they got involved with cartel business. 19-year-old kid that just lives down by where I always go when I go to the west coast of Mexico. He got whacked. And I mean, everybody sells weed there, it's, but I don't know. But this is serious. It's never been a problem. Uh, Hi, hello. It's gotten fugly. It's gotten really ugly there. And here's the problem, because Mexico, I mean the whole Mexican Revolution, that was a that was a that was as much of a, I'm trying not to swear, a cluster intercourse as what's happening now. I mean, Pancho Villa, he was probably not a bad guy. I mean, he probably made a real mistake when he went. I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. When he went and attacked Texas, because he did draw the Americans in, and is what drove down the existing government, and that's probably what's going to drive the existing government down again, because the Mexican people don't want to live with a corrupt government. They don't want to live with a goddamn corrupt cartel duopoly where you got the cartel runs some areas and the government runs other areas. But they don't want to live as a American fiefdom, and all right, this is going to piss off a few of you that are Trump fans, but I support killing as many cartel mother effers as possible. I mean, if you could line them up against the wall and just shoot every last one of them in the back of the head and let the goddamn, the magpies or whatever their national bird is eat their carcasses, fine. Mexico would be a better place. Um, but you could say the same about the damn government. Um, so, uh, um, so it's so you know, hey, it's just a shirt on. Put a shirt on. I don't like being told what to do. I mean, I got pants on. I I, I live in the frickin' tropics. It's goddamn hot here. Put a shirt on. You know what? Get your fat ass to. I'm not supposed to engage with trolls. I've been asked not to, but I'm going to just this once. Uh, to um, I don't know, combat protocol. Oh, a fucking armchair warrior, a mall ninja. Yeah, get your ass to the gym, and maybe you can take your shirt off without looking like a freaking beached whale. All right. um, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have promised not to engage with trolls. Um, but it's true. So anyway, yeah, the revolution. What came out of the revolution wasn't exactly a functioning autonomous nation state. it was a mess, and it's been a mess ever since. I mean, it's been up and down, but it's, up, and and the U.S. has kept a glass ceiling on how far up it can go because they need that cheap labor. They need that chaos south of the border. That's why they ship all those weapons to the cartels. So, and they could have stopped the drug trade anytime they wanted, but the freaking CIA kind of started the drug trade. So, I think you gotta, if you really want to stop the drug trade, invade Langley. You know, it's like, but but stopping the drug trade is good, and whacking as many cartel shitbirds as you can is good. So it's not, I'm not, but it's creating chaos, and that's absolutely the end result of all this. And really, what Trump wants out of this is the silver. Mexico is the richest source of silver in the world. And silver right now is the critical component in all electrical energy. Silver is the new gold. That's why the price of silver has shot up. I mean, it went from, you know, $11 back when I used to buy it, $11 an ounce. It was up to 120 for a while last month, and now it's down around 90, 85, 90. But still, and it's going to go up again because Comex has a bunch of contracts that are due, and they have no silver to pay to meet those contracts. I think, what day is it today? Tuesday? On Thursday, I think this is going to happen. But it wouldn't be a bad idea that if you can get physical silver, don't buy paper, don't buy silver contracts and SLV certificates. Buy actual physical silver. At 80, whatever it is today, 88, 87, $88, it's, it's like 10 times what I paid for it when I bought it, but it's worth it. It's still going to go up at least, 200%. But that's it for financial advice. Physical silver, physical gold, probably not a bad investment either, and you can get that, but the upside isn't nearly as high as on that. It's already pretty high. I mean, it's like $5,100 an ounce, 5,200. But anyway, Mexico, silver resource. So I mean, honestly, hey, put a yeah, hi, y'all. Honestly, though, if the U.S. government was interested in stopping the drug trade, they wouldn't have started it in the first place. So so don't believe a word of the bullshit they say. If some good comes out of it, great, but there's going to be chaos too. I have no idea what's going to happen. I just know it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better, and I don't see myself going to Mexico and for a very long time, as much as sad as that makes me. Um, so let's see what the cards have to say. Is something good going to come out of this? Is there going to be stability? Is the U.S. going to get control of the Mexican silver trade? Is is the Mexican government going to collapse? Are the Mexican cartels going to collapse? Are all of the above going to collapse? Is the U.S. government going to collapse? I mean, Jesus. Uh, you know, is the whole friggin' world going to collapse? Victoria's saying good night, and it is 10 o'clock in Norway, and I'm going to get this done really quick so I can maybe catch her and say good night, because that's my favorite part of the day, so good night to her. So let's see what the cards have to say about this. I'll try to be quick, because I've got a vested interest in getting this done in the next few minutes. Good. Oh yeah, on the East Coast, I think it's okay. But I don't think it's going to stay okay. But let's see what the cards have to say. I could be wrong. I've been wrong probably about 10 times today already. So. I would like to be wrong. I would love to see Mexico become the beautiful, wonderful place it deserves to be. And I think it will, but I think it might be a while. Okay, signifier, Eight of Wands. That's love. That's the heart energy coming home. And the overall situation, waking up from a bad dream, the Nine of Swords. And the gateway is unity and family stability and love. Um, there's trouble in a few states. The world governments are worse than the cartels. Oh, I 100% with you on that. I'm Carrie. I'm sorry, Carrie Skate. Yeah, I'm with you 100%. I mean, and as far as world governments go, all the bad stuff I'm saying about the Mexican government, Carrie skates. Thank you, Carrie. I agree with you 100%. I uh, but but the Mexican government. That's why I'm not. That's why I'm not like siding with the governments on over the cartels. If they could just kill each other without and wipe each other off the face of the earth without taking out innocent bystanders, I'd be all for it. I'd watch that show. I'd watch that video on YouTube. And here we have the root is death. So yeah, we've got big changes coming. Big changes. That's clear. And here's the geez. Here's the present moment is the moon, and that is the past coming up to bite you in the ass. And here is the future, and the future is temptation. So, so I can tell you right now there's going to be a potential for bad or good, and a lot of it depends on how we react, how the people react. I'm 9 years in Mexico this June, best country in the world, more freedom here. It's my favorite country. It's my favorite country. I love Mexico. I've spent a lot of time there. Not quite, I've spent over a year of my life in Mexico. Um, and this is the future, and that is something good's going to come out of this, but it might not be obvious. So yeah, if you guys are watching, give it a like. Carrie, if you give it a like, here's one back at you. I really did like what you wrote. I agree with that. That was a good comment. Here is our the fears, and the fears are our prison of our own making. So whatever we're afraid of in this, it's because we aren't owning our personal sovereignty. We're assigning it to government shitbirds or, whoever, our bosses, and they're all cartels. I mean, the publishing house I worked for 18 years was a damn cartel. It was just an Israeli cartel instead of a, Mexican cartel. And here is the astrological energy, the Fool. That's like, it's time for a great leap into the future, into the unknown. And here's the desires, and that is stability and prosperity. And I desire that. I desire that for Mexico deeply, all of Latin America. I would love to see Latin America just thrive and be the beautiful place it deserves to be. And it would be. I mean, if you do look into the history, I mean, the U.S. has not been a friend to Latin America. They've been we've exploited it for very bad reasons. And here is the final outcome. And this is basically our chickens coming home to roost, And the energy we put into this is going to determine the outcome. And I think it's looking pretty good. This modifies our fears. So we need to reactivate our heart energy, our heart. We need to use our heart intelligence and not to get out of this prison of our own making. And this modifies the astrology. So yeah, the world is going over a cliff right now. And how this turns out, I guess it's going to depend on how the quality of the energy we put into it. If we just keep assigning our abdicating our personal sovereignty to the turds that run this world, that the people Carrie was talking about, it's not going to get better. Let's see. And here is the modifying the the desires, and that's for prosperity. That's basically saying we need to kind of hang on to what we got here. We need to keep things pretty close. We need to be very conservative going into this, and not wasteful, and not waste our energy. Not just get mad about the news of the day. You know, let's not get mad at all. Don't get mad. Get even. You know, seriously. Because they feed off our anger, they feed off our fear. They're goddamn vampires. I mean, my last two readings, which didn't really get that many views, but they were maybe self-indulgent. But the don't pay attention to the news. Yes, absolutely. The we need to look. It's inside of ourselves. That's where we find what we're going to need. And this modifies the final outcome. And whatever happens, it's not going to come without a price. It's going to be some pain involved in this transition, and some sorrow and some sadness. So, I don't know if I think I pretty much laid it all out. Yeah, it's going to work out, but it's not going to come easy. There's going to be a lot of loss, a lot of suffering. We're waking up from a nightmare, but that doesn't mean the nightmare is over. We've got some work to do, and this is key. This is our psychological future. We cannot be tempted to take the easy way out. And we can't be tempted by what we lost, because we're going to lose something. We are going to have losses. But if we, if we stick together and have unity, and we're a family, we're all a big family, we can get through this. We can get to the other side. And we can make this into a very beautiful world. This is our ship coming in. So let's do that. I'll do what I can. I mean, I'm just one guy in a boat, but I'm pretty resourceful guy in a boat. People who live on boats are resourceful. If they don't, they end up I don't know, leaving their boat derelict in some freaking harbor in Florida for the Coast Guard to try to figure out what the hell to do with it. Take care, y'all, and thank you, and love you all, and see you soon.